Welcome back to Saga of Three Kings. This is session number 87, entitled Closed Eyes. Last session, the group made it back to Armskirk after spending some time in Bondrock, having fun, dealing with some matters related more to the whole of the narrative than theirs in specific. It was fun. It's a pleasant episode to watch if you get the chance. That said, they have returned to Armskirk, the location of the what are we calling the forces of Dark Flame slash Blue slash Sharp slash Comus Palatinus
It was like the 7th Osirian
coalition, right? So the 7th coalition is basically moved into the Black Fens. This was after the way was tracked and Comus Palatinus were followed by Raya and crew, finding the dead bodies of the Comus Palatinus stripped of their armor. They learned that the nature of the Comus Palatinus armor is that it's recalled back to the High Priestess when a Comus Palatinus knight falls. But a couple of the Palatine remain inside of the group, as do the clan, the Sharp tribe, the Blue tribe, and the Dark Flame Mercenary Company. They've made it outside of the Bastion, and basically, where you would expect a clearing for such a fortification, there is not one. The trees actually seem to grow in and without the structure ahead of you. It appears to be of an ancient elvish styling, and the trees seem to kind of loom over the broken walls or even the sturdier structured walls. For kind of a real life kind of idea of what we're looking at, if you're familiar with the I believe they're old Hindu temples, where the trees basically have grown throughout the large complexes and campuses of their temples. It's exactly kind of what you're looking at. It does look like the forces therein are maintaining kind of a defensive posture, but you do notice also that a lot of them are leaving, strangely enough. It doesn't look like they're doing so in a coordinated fashion. Looks like they're just running individually of their own accord. All sorts of different types of folk, such as giants, Verbeeg, other giantkin. You see some goblinoids. Elves are kind of fleeing this place, and it doesn't seem like anyone is moving to kind of instill any type of order. In some places, they kind of get caught out and routed down by your forces, but in other places, they're allowed to kind of get out, or not so much allowed. They manage to find a means of getting out. The Bastion as a whole appears to be very poorly defended now at this point, and pretty much yours for the taking. How would you like to proceed?
I don't know, but it can't be better that they're all running out of it, right?
I would say not.
And they are just fleeing this thing.
Let's say, for example, you catch a couple of them as they're trying to escape, to try and route them and find out what's happening with this situation. When you get to them, they are absolutely panicked, scared for their lives, and basically crying for mercy as your forces dispatch them. Or don't dispatch them. What do you call for that?
Cut them down.
Okay. It
We'll
does.
have to deal with this later.
It does seem like a lot of.
I'd want to question one of them.
Okay, if you manage to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you managed to capture an individual elf. He very concerned. Absolutely panicked, and he's like, I don't know who you are, but please don't kill me.
What are you running from?
I don't know. I don't know where I am. And the thing inside. And you can see a look of panic in his eyes, Benson, you're very keen on the ways of magic. You're seeing a enchanter's or an enchanted sickness. Basically, it seems that this individual was not of their own mentality, and only recently was given their own kind of sense.
Free will.
thing. Yeah.
I'm going to assume he tells me that he's got
Yeah.
a distraction going on. Who are you? How long have you been here? And what is this thing you're running from?
I can't remember. And I
Yeah,
don't
I've been there.
I don't know what it was. It was a being of shadow. It had so many eyes and massive teeth. A horrid
All right.
thing.
Was it floating?
Yes.
Neat.
Good input.
This has been a good interrogation. If you recognize anyone else who is fleeing this place, you may want to spread the word that they should surrender.
Again, Benson kind of identifies the enchanted sickness here and will kind of explain to you he's probably not able to remember anything. Like, his memory seems to have been...
I'd bark out an order to the nearest lieutenant within the Dark
Dark Flame.
Flame. Let them know to capture who they can and try not to kill anyone.
Okay. So goes the process. It does seem some people still remain in the defenses there, but Benson, you're able to also identify that they don't appear to have any idea at all what they're doing there, and some of them are talking to each other and trying to figure out what's going on. Those of kind of more natural metal than the people who seem to have been running. It seems like all of the people who are present here, well, at least all the people that are on the outer portion of this bastion, are not willing participants in this battle.
Well, we got some kind of floating shadow monster.
I would let them know it sounds like a beholder, from what the sounds of it is, and that could be a very large problem.
Do you have thaumaturgy, Benson?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't get the cleric.
Thaumaturgy.
He doesn't get the cleric spells
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay,
or
sorry.
cantrips.
It would be
You
great to be able to
understand.
boom out over the group. Tell them to come to us. They're safe.
I think they're just looking to get the hell out of here.
As the kind of main kind of throng of individuals rushing out has kind of bypassed, you do hear another sound that's kind of following behind them. It comes from inside of the bastion. It sounds like stone being dragged across stone. It is a very just nails on chalkboard kind of sound that echoes through the jungle here, or through the fence here, yeah, it seems to spur the people who are running to run faster.
All right. And we're still against burning down a forest, right?
I
Forest
think it's
is
a
very-
swamp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a swamp. It's very inflammable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd still like to give it a shot at one point, but I want to fight whatever's in there.
Based on the description, do any of us know what that creature might be?
Benson said it was a beholder.
Benson said it was a
Good.
beholder? Okay.
Yeah.
Is he positive?
Pretty sure from the description.
Have any of us
You're-
encountered that creature before? That kind of creature?
I don't think
No.
so.
Not the one knowledge.
Run up to the door and see what's in there.
Is there any way we could protect ourselves from the magic that ensorcelled them?
You
Tough
guys-
it out.
Are you asking me? I'm not.
I'm asking Benson.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just like any other spell. We would just have to be careful. I could
I'm
cancel
gonna
what I
say
could.
likely not, since they also broadcast anti-magic. I don't think you can magic anti-magic.
That then apparently.
Okay.
And I think most of what he does is like, if it is a beholder, do they not do just innate abilities? I don't know that you'd be able to cancel any of that.
Yeah, it's just shooting stuff out of their eyes, which would be the issue if it is that.
I I guess we should approach, get a closer look. Are there any of the defenses still like mounted? Like,
So
do any of them still seem under the spell, or
there are people that are in the defense, like positions, but none of them look like they're actively preparing to defend. It looks like more that they are talking amongst themselves and trying to figure out what's going on. And some of them are kind of paranoidly kind of in their parapets and their ramparts, kind of like holding to kind of a hide mentality versus a we're going to try and defend this place. And also to put it to note too, like it's not so much one structure, it seems to be like a series of structures, as a bastion is not just like one kind of set building. It's more of like a complex. And what you're noticing is that the outer walls are mostly breached and broken by just wear and tear, weathering. Some of those defenses are the ones that I'm talking about, where people are being kind of held up. But most of what kind of fills out the middle portion, with the exception of the main structure itself, are trees. It's a very just forested area, very tightly compacted series of trees.
So Grok would say, I don't know exactly what we're facing, but maybe the best we could do is to stick close to Rooklyn, who seems to have an ability to protect us when we're within his, certain range.
Well, actually, are we in a hurry to get in there, or do we want to take our time?
I don't think we're in a hurry at all for this.
Okay. What time of
ready
day
to
is it,
go?
John?
Hard to tell. It's actually pitch black in this portion of the forest.
We landed in Armskirk relatively early and marched in a couple hours.
Incorrect. You arrived in Armskirk about 8 hours into the day, or 6 hours into the day, because you had to wind walk here. So it is not
Right.
early in the morning. It is mid-afternoon.
I said relatively early in the morning. We
Rel-
left at first light.
Oh yeah, but you didn't arrive at the morning in Armskirk.
So, okay, yeah, I guess. Early afternoon, yeah.
Yeah. It's when you started going into it, so it's probably either mid-afternoon to early evening.
Let's go like 4 p.m. Anyway, it's dark out. Despite that,
So yeah, because
Okay.
you are absolutely inside of a jungle
How about we
or
go?
swamp.
We try it tomorrow morning, and we'll go from there. We'll eat dinner. I'll do a feast for us, and we'll be ready to go.
you like eating food now.
Well, I think it would benefit us to be on a full stomach for this fight. It gives us bonuses.
I get what you're saying.
But who's to say the thing that's in there will be here early in the morning and won't escape to
But
go
right now,
do
yeah, it
somewhere
seems
else?
like things are happening.
I mean, I could eat.
Yeah, we've got the place
Oh.
surrounded too.
And
Yeah,
it'll
but
take an hour to eat.
We've got eyes everywhere. Grok will get his big spell back that he can set to heal. To
All right.
re-alive one of us if we
I
really
guess
need
we're
to.
outvoted, so
It's not a bad call.
We'll keep an eye on the place since we have the coalition here. And yeah, picnic in the
Okay.
swamp.
Do you want to investigate further inside of the walls to see if you can't see anything, or?
Hell yeah, man. He got flight and I got stealth.
Okay.
We'll do some investigation while Benson cooks dinner.
Ultimately, what you'll find is that the place seems to be filled with people who are very scared, very paranoidly kind of hiding and such. And most of those on the outskirts of this situation are being kind of taken in and taken as prisoner by the Dark Flames, as per their order. When you get to the center structure, it appears to be nothing more than a solid stone block standing somewhere around 80 feet tall, and it's 80 feet on all of its sides. It appears to be kind of set into the muck and mire, so it kind of isn't as tall as it is wide inside. And out in front of it is a statue of what appears to be an elvish hero holding two swords. It seems to have been pushed off of its platform. The platform appears to have a hole kind of set in it with a staircase that spirals down. Floating about 15 feet above that hole is a ghostial figure that appears to be the frame or features, has the frame or features of a beholder. You'd be able to see this from a decent enough distance away, Raya and Shambles, that you wouldn't feel like it's seeing you or is encountering you.
It's like a spectral image of
It
one?
appears to be like a ghost.
Huh.
You know, I'm a monster hunter. I'm pretty sure that it is a ghost, right?
Yeah. Pretty certain it is spectral or ectoplasmic in nature, yeah. And if the two of you would like to make stealth checks for me, that'd be great.
I could try.
I'm pretty sure you're going to get it, but
Not bad.
32.
absolutely masters of guerrilla warfare. You're kind of lost in the roots and such of like a specific tree. The thing seems to be oscillating as if it's like centering, like it's watching the area. And what you notice is that the spectral eyes on the eye stalks on the crown of its head appear to have kind of a purple glow to them. Similar to what kind of happens to Raya when he does his dead trance. And the central eye, in its spectral form, isn't present. It's like a hollowed out eye socket. And floating inside of the eye socket is a purple light.
What kind of purple light?
Just a light that's glowing purple.
Okay.
If you wanted to put the purple and the light to the most relevant point of reference for your character, it looks like the beacon
At
on the
purple
top
light?
of purple light.
That's what I was gonna say.
So, to Raya,
it
I mean, it
beckoning
absolutely
undead?
looks like one of the stones, or
It's-
does it just look like a...
It absolutely
unmade
looks like one of those stones.
Okay. But I can snipe that out of there from here.
Got your heater?
I do have Zadok Peter.
Anything else that we see that we would concern ourselves with? We see a staircase that was hidden by a statue.
The statue
Floating above that stairwell is a spectral beholder without a central eye and a purple light stone.
and the statue seems to have been pushed aside to allow entry into this stairwell.
Yeah, I guess we keep an eye on things until dinner bell, and go back and report what we've seen.
As we cross over broken windows and stuff where people are hiding and cowering, I'll try to make escape plans for them and guide them down so they can flee.
Yeah, and very quickly your forces start to kind of move. You'll notice that without direction, they'll start moving in on the courtyard. Do you want to halt them from doing so?
Yeah, let's just keep it surrounded for now.
Okay.
They're gonna put up a perimeter, and that's it.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Just let me know what you're doing.
Benson's
What's
making snacks.
what's on the menu here, Benson? Chef Principal.
He's a dean.
Big-
Dean, Chef Dean,
Chef
Dean
Dean.
Chef.
Yeah,
Chef
big
Boyardee.
meal.
Chef
Heroes
Boyardee.
feast. We can get anyone
You
that's
can have inspiration.
I think we're full.
Okay, fine.
We are topped up.
I get inspiration. That's the
Tuesday,
problem.
someone on Tuesday can have it.
If you're too funny,
So
it
I gotta
actually
take
becomes a
inspiration.
problem.
I assume she's watching.
She's in the Twitch. So
She
there you go.
There you
Twitch, yeah.
There's inspiration.
Send her a message. She's got it.
Hope she heard.
She's probably
Sorry, menu.
menu.
Multi-leaf.
it's pork and beans, pork beef, really fancy stuff, cheese platters.
Ooh, a charcuterie.
Also, I would look for anyone that looks injured or like they are kind of death's door and have them use it as well.
I can imagine Raya just like cross arms looking over it, like really annoyed, and then he goes, "Oh, a charcuterie."
Well, that's what I do.
I haven't had a salami in a while.
That's quite the
God, that cheese last night was pretty good.
That's what I was referencing.
Okay. That's what I hoped. Anyway.
Yeah, what do we get from this again? I don't recall.
With this, for the next 24 hours, you gain several benefits. The creature. Here, I'm just going to do this.
That's better.
So all kinds of stuff. Can't be scared. You're all brave and everything. It's awesome.
Immune to fear is good.
There's all poison.
And
For 24
advantage on
hours.
saving throws, and your hit points go up.
Should we
who
each
rolls
roll
for
the
that?
d10s?
Yeah, same.
John,
What?
do we each roll for that D10?
I'd say just do individually, just rolling.
Wow, 4.
So individually, each person roll their own.
Whee!
Just to confirm, the hit point bonus is just for the 24 hours, right? It's not like for
Correct.
Okay. I'll put it in temp HP then.
Triple digits.
Just now.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Only just. Okay. So just make sure that you understand that that's added to your maximum hit points, but you need to keep track of your maximum hit points. So when it's cast or it's ended, you reduce it back down. So you spent 1,000 gold pieces, correct?
Yeah, so my Residium.
Okay.
You could literally roll on it if you wanted to.
And then do you want to take a long rest?
Yeah, it seems like we're going to spend the night here.
Okay.
We'll do watches and have the perimeter.
Yep.
Sleeping shifts too.
Yeah, so it seems like whatever was present here doesn't seem to be very active or anything. Doesn't seem to be doing anything whatsoever. There's no excursion outwards. You've taken prisoner all of the remnant forces. About middle of the night, as you're keeping watches, you kind of make sure to have someone keep an eye on the statue and shade. But about midnight, whoever reports it to Raya, or if Raya is watching it, you would watch, or you would be reported to that the spectral beholder vanished.
Just disappeared completely from where it was.
Just disappeared completely from where it was. Yep.
Okay. Again, I don't know if that's better or worse. During the night, if you want to take the Sword of the Council over Shatter Spike, you might want to attune to that during the dinner and evening, Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I can send that to him. Is that a thing?
Just post it in chat. You should be able to drop it in.
Actually, it's an item you can pull from the eye.
Okay.
It's known as the Sword of the Parons. It's from Ravnica.
Sword of the
Paruns. It was just a really cool magic item I wanted to repurpose for my setting. And it made sense with the Council of Coin.
And how would I drop it?
Just grab it. Oh, sorry, no. Brent will have to do
Brent
it.
needs to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll search in the compendium for the Sword of Parons, and then he'll just drag and drop it into his character sheet. And from this point forward, we'll no longer call it that. We'll call it the Sword of the Council.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Does anybody want the Belt of Dwarven Kind? Because that's what I took off to attune to this.
I'm good.
You want to guarantee that triple digits, Brian?
Right?
That was originally my belt. We passed it around a few times.
I had it for a little while too.
Yeah,
What
I
is
don't know that I
the-
have anything I can give up to put it back on.
What does the Belt of Dwarven Kind give me for my con bonus?
Oh my god, I can't believe that I forgot for the longest time to mention that, you've had a beard you've not been able to get rid of.
Yeah. I also forgot to look.
I mean,
And every day it gets stronger.
I wore the belt, but I didn't have a beard.
Yeah, can't grow a
You're
beard.
capable of
Can't
growing
grow
it.
a beard.
Yeah, Riot's the same way. If he
It's
were to
just
wear
the
the
opposite
beard,
of real life.
he could not have a beard either. Elves can't grow beards.
Pot increases by 2.
Yeah, so it put me down to 196 instead of 208 HP.
I
Oh,
do kind of want to put that back on.
yeah, it's 12 extra HP, man. That 12
Okay.
come in handy.
Okay, so after the long rest is completed, again, you go through it without being attacked or anything. Do you wish to check out this hole?
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
seems much safer than it was before. We'll approach carefully.
Okay.
In standard order.
All right. So as you come to the statue and the pedestal that was beneath it, you'll note that there seems to be a marking present on the base of the statue. It appears to be written in Elvish, and based on its kind of the way it's written in a very old style, probably second or third era. And it states 2 words very, very clearly, just placed: Doom Vault.
Oh, we are going in there. Does anybody here speak Elvish?
Yeah.
I can read it.
I
Doom
can
Vault.
take it.
Everybody reads the words that are on the base of the statue.
More
Raya
people.
or Benson, have you heard of this before in history? Is this a thing?
Would my researchers thing help me with this, John?
Not at all. You would recognize the statue, though. Statue is of a hero, an Elvish hero, known as Relinor Keela. Also known as the
Yeah.
Sword Bearer. Also known as the Master and Conductor of the First Choir of Blade.
I love that name. I'm gonna steal that for my next character that has
First
an name.
choir of Blade?
Relinor? Don't you dare.
Eleanor.
I'm running out of R names, man.
Does he know what the
I'm doing it
can you
crazy
tell us
night.
what the choir of Blade is, Benson?
Benson would definitely know what the Choir of Blade is. The Choir of Blade is an organization and college and school of elves who teach magic to other elves. It's the Blade Singing School of the
Yeah.
city of Talanya.
The anti-hand school.
Yeah.
Did this happen to be the
Sword.
guy that was inside the sword I had and gave away?
Might have been.
Oops.
Yuck.
No.
He could be real mad.
Maybe? Yes. It is definitely the very same. But you'll note that this one is carrying 2 swords. If you do take the time to, if that's explained out to you, that's Relinor, and you do look over it, you'll note that the swords that he's carrying, one is the Saint Sword.
That sword.
It very much stylistically, it's kind of worn a bit because we're in, a
It's
swamp.
stone.
But it has a smaller, dagger-like blade in his left hand.
Parrying dagger.
Like a gauchia.
Let's go see if it's in here. I bet it has a name.
Probably pronouncing that word wrong, too. Like I was pronouncing Kestis wrong. Probably
It's fine.
go. I don't care.
The thing is, 9 times out of 10, you've learned the word from reading it, so you can't really
Yeah.
beat yourself up for not hearing
100%.
it.
No, I know.
I'm
I'm not here to bully you over there.
I can't remember who said it, but people who mispronounce words, you know that they had to have learned it from reading it. So that's not a slight. Yeah, I know. I still, again, it sounds better Cestus anyway. So.
The point of asking was, I was hoping you guys didn't know what it meant. We were going to go in, but who's in favor of entering the Doom Vault?
Ollie's not.
I said, don't do it.
Get him in
Yeah, he
here
goes,
and have,
"Wait,
have him vote.
no."
Yeah.
All right.
He's got his whole
If
kid.
you want to know how it's pronounced, I'll put it in the chat. It's
Yeah.
a French
Thank you.
word.
Oh God, I did pronounce it wrong, didn't I?
It's okay. It's French.
I'm supposed to be
That
French.
means it doesn't count.
Allegedly.
It means
Gosh.
left-handed. Left.
Gosh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cases.
Gauche.
Gosh.
Let's go get the gush.
All right. That gushy.
Gosh.
Anyways. Okay. So if you enter in, down the steps, you go. The steps are for the most part, metal as you're kind of descending down them. So they're making a very kind of noticeable clank sound as you step to them. Ryan,
With that, as we start entering and we start hearing sound, I'll go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace on us.
okay. The sounds are definitely now silent, more silent rather, and you descend down the steps.
They don't exist.
Yeah. Well, again, you're not absolutely undetectable, but yeah, I get you. That said, you descend down. After about 30 feet descending, you kind of breach the ceiling of another level, another floor. And the first thing that you see upon entering into this space is hanging from the ceiling, which is a very high ceiling, are a series of chandeliers.
Ooh, this could be a fun place.
The
Also, should we have left like standing orders for the coalition? Like, hey guys, we're gonna be in
cover
this
the
hole
exit.
for any time between 2 hours and 6 or 7 days.
We could just disappear from it entirely.
the
That's
walls,
the thing we do.
the walls and floors
We'll come back for them.
seem to have scorched and shattered plaster that shows that there might have been like faint signs of frescoes that once covered the walls here. There's a half a dozen chandeliers. They're ruined, kind of broken, warped, and just hanging from the ceiling, which is also cracked, kind of blistered with heat. And in the northeast kind of corner is where you're descending down. At the base of the stairwell, kind of near it. Sorry, incorrect. Northeast corner, there appears to be like a strange gate on the wall, a black gate. And let me explain, because this will be present throughout the vault here. Black gates. If I mention a black gate, descriptively, it is a 10-foot diameter circle of runes and clear quartz fragments that are set on the floor, into the floor. Within the circle, there's a luminous mist. It's either going to be black or white. Oh, and sorry, if it's a black gate, then instead of clear quartz, it's black onyx. And so you're descending kind of down the stairwell, and we'll kind of be at trying to get us to the right map. Bear with me here, sorry.
It's fine. We assume these are teleportation magic. The
Uh,
gates.
you can
They were
ass-
runic.
you can assume whatever you'd like.
I mean, maybe.
Is that a fair assumption? I mean, I can't really get a good look at it, I think, from across the room.
I'm sorry, what was your question exactly?
Do they
Is it
appear
a
to be...
teleportation circle? Is the question.
It does appear to be some form of gate, yes. So it looks like it might be some sort of transportation method, possibly with inside of the vault itself.
Okay.
The staircase, for all intents and purposes, I will have to do a doodle. Bear with me here.
What do you think, Benson? Is it still warm? Has this gate
Can I
been
tell
fired
that?
recently?
Am I able to tell that, John?
What's that again?
Am I able to tell if this has been used recently? That's a good question.
Not yet. There's more in the room besides that. All right, bear with me.
Oh, okay. Take your time.
Yeah,
I'm
I got your
having
picture, but are we looking at chandeliers or candelabras?
chandeliers.
Okay.
Candelabras sit and chandeliers hang.
They also sing songs and try to get with dust moms.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah, they also do be trying to fuck because they French. They're trying to get that gushy. Bringing it back to
Gosh.
yeah. You'd also note that there appear to be strange creatures kind of wandering around on the base floor. This again, where Brooklyn is standing is the stairwell. It's pretty narrow, so it just kind of winds within its space, depositing you out on the floor pretty much where Brooklyn's standing. I'm assuming you haven't made your way all the way down, but the creatures down at the base of the at the floor level just seem to be mindlessly kind of wandering about. Since this is only about 60 or so feet below you, as you look to them, Benson, you see something that no one else sees because you're looking through the eye or the glasses. You'd see that over top of each one of these creatures' heads is a single ring that appears to be made out of meat and on the exterior of the ring are eyes that seem to be opening and closing kind of randomly, like a halo of flesh and muscle with eyes on the exterior. No one else sees them.
Wow.
I would try to
I'm
explain
glad.
that.
I'm ignoring him.
Do you think the
Sorry, what
eye
was your
creature
question,
is
Jody?
seeing through that?
I said I would try to explain that to them.
There's rings of meat with eyes, guys.
I want one.
The beholder, do you think, is watching us through them?
Potentially.
Controlling them somehow.
Seems
most
like
likely.
Good thought.
Looking at the creatures, the zombies look like bogmen. I don't know if you're familiar with, like, you know, the bog people, but people who were kind of deposited into the bog and kind of mummified.
Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, exactly. But more, less buff and swole, and obviously not chanting any cool lines
Not
or
as cool
catchphrases.
at all.
Yep. There does appear to be a creature that resembles a wight. You have encountered them before. And then the woman kind of closest to the stairwell appears to be... You've encountered vampires with this group as well, yes?
Yes.
She appears to
Where
be a
I
vampire.
got my cloak.
A vampire spawn.
And we just talked to one last week.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a vampire lord. That's very different. But yeah.
Allegedly.
This is going to be an interesting place.
The last zombies we met were pretty cool.
What were the last zombies you think we met? Because I thought we met the ones that pantsed me in that 3-weapon dungeon.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Were those zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
I
then
was
we
thinking
killed them,
Purple Light,
yeah.
where we sat down
and I just butt
chatted for a
fumbled for
while.
like 5 minutes straight. They beat the hell out of me.
Oh, one other thing you would notice, sorry,
Alright.
this is for Benson. Sitting on the chandelier closest to, like, the middle of the room, you see what appears to be a small fiend creature known as a quasit that seems to be just kind of watching your entrance and just very cautiously kind of holding its position, not doing anything. It does not have a ring bound over its head.
Is it invisible?
It's invisible, yeah.
Other than me, yeah, I would let them know that there seems to be something up there.
As you pointed out, it seems to kind of notice that it's being talked about, and you watch it just disappear.
Oh, you should have waved at it, Vincent.
There's a thing right there. Ah! That's what happens. It seems to have teleported.
I would rather go away than be here.
Are we gonna beat the shit out of these things, or just?
Well, it's going to be a downside if we don't have to fight them, because the helmet automatically hurts any undead that's within 30 feet of me with 1d6 radiant damage at the start of their turns. So I don't know if that's like an automatic effect or only if I'm fighting them effect.
I mean, you're also a paladin, so step up and put in work. I'll watch.
That's true.
I have hatred. I remembered it before we started fighting undead things.
Good.
Edible.
I
You
get-
hold hands
is
and
it-
get in there.
2 extra damage per attack?
2 attack. Yeah, you deal 2 extra damage whenever you deal damage to an undead.
Gotcha.
Because Osirians really do not like undead, and are taught from a very early age to kill them.
So we're going to have a blast in here.
Huh? What'd you say?
So I quietly cock my gun.
And I pull out my gun. Okay.
Very quiet.
They seem to just be kind of meandering, not really doing much of anything.
Is the
You
idea
guys
that we're
hate
gonna do?
undead. Start
we gonna-
something.
Are we're gonna fight these things? Do you want me to throw a fireball down there?
I mean, I'll hop down and take a closer look.
Yeah,
I don't think
we get
spell
down the
slots are
stairs, we can go
necessary for
out.
this.
I don't have to use them. I have staff of fire.
I'm assuming the stairwell is this upper corner, or are we where we are?
Rookland's
Stairwell's
standing on it.
the red circle that Rookland's standing on.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
very
Okay,
narrow,
wow.
yeah.
I thought it was part of the
I'll be out
token.
first,
The reason
so-
why everyone was kind of pushed off to the side is to show, you're
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. I assume our lineup will be like me up front, then
I'll glide down with you.
Esther. Yeah, okay, good.
Take a good look at what's on the docket here. Are they reacting to us as we approach?
No, seemingly not. There is one of them that seems to notice or like have any kind of semblance of cognizance, and it's the vampire. She turns to kind of look towards you, confused. Benson, you would see that all of the eyes kind of stop spinning slowly like they were and kind of shift so that one larger eye in the rings is focused on whoever first came down the steps.
That'd be me.
Again, I'd just be doing play-by-play if I see stuff. Honestly, making sure everybody knows since they're invisible.
Okay.
I'll
I do
wave
see
at
some
it.
things happening in the next room, but
So-
we'll deal with that later.
Real quick, so
Yeah,
as
right.
you're kind of like play-by-play speaking out loud, is there anything you want to do before you kind of continue on that would help you with that?
The
Telepathic, whatever.
telepathic thing, I'm going to use that
On.
spell. Good call.
Takes a little bit of time, but yeah, you managed to pop out a rare telepathic bond. I don't remember if it's concentration or just a durational, so just double check that. But I'm pretty sure it's just durational. There's no or concentration on it. But yeah, now you're talking without having to speak out loud. She's even more confused as you're basically explaining something she doesn't seem to be aware of. She then looks to whoever it was and says, "You aren't welcome here. Flee this place.
We're good for an hour.
Flee this place," she says, kind of annoyed.
What's happening down here?
"This is our lair. You do not belong."
I feel like this should have been like an invite party. You should have sent me an invite.
"I do not know you, so would not.
All the more reason we could all be friends.
I don't. I do not have time for you. Please. You have intruded into our home. Leave this place."
What's happening in that room back there? And I'll point to like where.
We're investigating a situation.
We have.
A man from the capital was kidnapped. We were able to recover him, but he was badly poisoned. We have reason to believe the attacker may have fled into this place.
We have no time for you. Please, leave.
An important life is at stake. I cannot leave this place.
We
I
do
need
not
to
have
find
any
this individual.
concern for whoever you seek. We do not like you forcing yourself into our estate. We
We
would
didn't really
ask.
force ourselves. We kind of just walked in. You left the door open.
We did not leave the door open. Our guest did. But they are gone now. If you are capable of closing it, we would prefer that you did as you left.
Can you tell me what the glowing light coming from the spectral monster floating above the entrance of this place was?
Monster?
Some tentacled shadow beast. It had a purple light for its center eye.
You were able to see us.
Yeah, I think I was, yeah.
Must have been while we were manifesting to see if any would intrude behind. As I stated, we are being most generous today. You may leave.
Who's your guest?
The eyes kind of shut on the rings and kind of twitch a bit, Benson. And then they kind of snap open, and you see the woman's fangs kind of drop out, and she kind of starts taking more of like a barrel pose. The second she kind of snaps into this kind of offensive state, the zombies start kind of turning their attention towards you, and the whites draw long swords. Roll initiative.
Well, I'm sorry about this.
I'm not.
It was bound to happen.
Why does it never accept my initiative roll? Like I clicked the token and everything. I did it again and it didn't accept it. Okay, here's a 14. 104, no.
Damn. So bad.
Okay.
By the way, that rolled out in the open.
I see.
Okay.
All right, Benson, you're first, and obviously that makes sense because you're seeing the reaction before they react.
Future sight?
The the white that's
Right.
the vampire, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a firebolt at her.
Okay. And so the assumption is that Rooklin's on the ground level and has stepped away from the steps. Raya is still on the steps and hasn't descended down. Then it would be, I assume, Christinger, Grok, and then Benson. So you're kind of firing from the steps down at the vampire. You're not adjacent to her. Is what I'm trying to show.
I dropped down to the
Oh,
ground
okay.
level with
Then
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Christinger is next to Brooklyn.
Okay.
I jumped the banister.
Then it'll go Rooklyn at the ground level. Right on the steps is Raya. Right behind Raya is Grok. Right behind Grok is Benson. So you're still firing from a bit of a position of height there. Is the main thing. You're not adjacent to her like it showed the tokens were a second ago. So,
I missed.
Yep. It kind of dashes into the ground near her. She seems to kind of move with like a shadow-like celerity to the side. Yeah, Raya, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna cling to the ceiling, walk out, and stand above Brooklyn on the wall, and then
Get on the ceiling, isn't this
Oh,
place
no,
like
the
40
ceiling,
feet high?
the ceiling's 60 feet up.
yeah, I'm clinging to the wall above the door, not the ceiling.
Door.
Didn't we exit like a doorway for this? Is it a
No,
spiral
it's just a
staircase?
spiral staircase. Yeah, it's like think of Raiders of the Lost. Or
Is
not, sorry,
It's
Last
open
Crusade.
all the way around though.
Yeah,
It's not a solid wall.
It's just a metal pole with metal steps that
Okay.
descend. Yeah.
Then I'll just hang on to the banister from the outside so people can pass easily.
Okay.
And ghost knife and whip it at. Yeah, I'll go for the vampire.
Okay. Spider-Man out onto the railing, chuck the knife down. It'll hit.
16.
And then Master Bester.
You came in real loud all of a sudden.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Your gain picked up for a second.
that's weird. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm not mad. It
It wasn't
threw me off.
you. It was your background noise.
Oh, weird.
Just so I'm clear, this is the vampire here,
Correct.
and is this the white?
That is the white. Correct.
Okay.
Oh, there should have been a
roll
second. Sorry, there should have been a second one of them.
Copy paste.
That's what I'm doing.
Go whip some ass, Buster. Shambles.
Yeah, I really didn't want to have to do this, lady, but here we go.
Went and ran your mouth.
14 with the defender.
Kind of bring in the sword. You also didn't declare if you're reducing or anything.
Oh, I was taking the +3. I'm gonna keep it as a stat stick.
Okay, so yeah, it's a miss. She blocks it.
A 15. Now.
That'll hit.
How's that? +3 weapon by it.
Minus that.
Let's throw an unarmed strike.
Hit.
Oh, there's something. And I'll see if she can pass a dex save to be knocked prone.
She got a 25.
Dang it.
All right. So you kind of come in, stab, and then sweep out the knees. She kind of flies off to the side of it, and you see her kind of stop, and then, like, with the power of just, like, her will, force herself back down to her feet. All right. Brooklyn.
Good move.
Everybody seems to be targeting the vampire first, so we can take her out. Hopefully. And just for future purposes, if I hit with the Sword of the Council, does Raya's Ghost Knife count as a weapon attack? So, like, if I have him do that, can he use
It is
that
a
as
weapon
well?
attack, yeah.
Okay, good, okay. Then I'll swing on her and give Raya the option to do the same. 23 hit.
Mhm.
And I'll do a Divine Smite on that one.
Okay. She's undead. Thirteen will miss.
That'll be 17.
John, would you mind
radiant
throwing up an extra 4 damage on her because of the damn hatred thing, and I forgot about it?
I would. Remember. Penalize you for not remember. You should be able to make a damage modifier and insert it. I'll help you with that here in a second. Brooklyn done. Grok up.
Second attack is 17.
Oh, that'll hit.
And I won't Divine Smite on the second one.
Okay. She gets struck by the second blow, the radiance kind of bursting from the last shot. As you bring the Sword of the Council into her from the other angle, you catch her straight in the chest. She falters back. A bit of sunlight appears to kind of appear inside of her radiance, and she kind of spills away from her skeleton. Very Blade-like, the movie Blade, I mean.
Nice.
Her body kind of drops, depositing to the ground there. Grok, you're up.
Let's throw a fire bolt at this white back here.
Okay.
26 to hit for 24 fire damage.
Do you look at Benson and say, that's how you do it?
No, I do not. That would be mean.
It's a riot thing.
That's something that Dick Raya would do. All right. The zombies all kind of like stare, kind of confused. But then you watch, and this is, Benson, you don't really see the change, but everyone else does. You see the rings appear above their heads and start spinning wildly, the eyes kind of blinking viciously. Everyone in the room, including Benson, make a charisma saving throw.
What kind of bonus do we have on this?
If you are adjacent to
We
Rooklyn,
should
which is
all
no
have
one.
Brooklyn.
No one's really close to Rooklyn.
Oh, you have to be directly beside him?
Yeah, you have to be within 10 feet of him, yeah.
Yeah, the only person I think that would get it would
Raya's up, so it's just Chris and Gervester.
It's a +2.
Ooh,
Then it's a
13.
23 for me.
17 was the
happened,
target
boys?
number.
Nope. Fail.
If you failed it, you're stunned.
Stunned.
Sucks.
All right.
So shambles is good.
You then see the white kind of charge forward and slam forward with the sword. Yeah, you easily block his attack. And then his offhand attack. Uh, 22?
On the nose.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, though. 21.
Success. As it kind of brings the sword in, you kind of very quickly bring, the defender up and block. And then the hand comes rushing in after it, and you habitually kind of bring your arms up to block. You feel his hand not go for an attack or a claw. He just grabs a hold of your wrist, and you can kind of feel your life force being pulled from it. You just force your hand out of his grasp. You remember now, White's drain life.
And I also remember I hate them.
Yeah.
I will recall.
Like, I know now.
By the way, this undead, that white, that undead, and that undead all take 1d6 radiant damage from the Helmet of Brilliance.
Was that during your turn?
It's at the beginning of their turn. If they start it within the 30 feet area.
Roll a 1d6.
Nice.
5 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
I forgot about it till I looked over and I was like, oh, it's pulled up for a reason.
I'm about to remember things.
So that's pretty much every one of them in the room, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the start of their turn.
Okay.
Damn, huh?
Sounds good. Benson.
All right. I'm stunned, so do I
Yep.
need to roll?
Turns over.
Curse?
Um,
Okay.
No, sorry. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Bear with me here. This is actually important. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. Are you immune to the charmed condition?
I don't believe so.
While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Neat. So cool.
Yeah, so sorry. If you are immune to charmed, you are not affected by the weird eye nonsense. Alright. Raya, you are affected by the weird eye nonsense?
There are no additional saves on that?
No. You're familiar with the spell effect. It's hypnotic pattern. You've used it before to great effect. It's the same thing.
I don't recall that, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn's over.
Alright, cool. Master Vester.
You guys cool?
No.
Are we charmed or stunned?
You are charmed, and because you are charmed, you are incapacitated. And your speed is 0.
Okay, so we're not stunned. You said everyone was
Right.
stunned.
Sorry, I got it. I got it wrong. Yeah, I did get it wrong. So you're charmed, and you are also incapacitated, and your speed is 0.
Got it.
Okay.
Incapacitated is effectively what's making it stunned like. Yeah, if you would.
So somebody could just shake us and we'd come out of it.
Yeah, if they were able to, sure. Or if you ever take damage, then yes, you'll also be brought back to rights. Master Vester, you're the only one going.
That's not a bad idea. Wait, no, I wouldn't be able to hit him there. AC's pretty high. All right. Shaking
Yeah,
someone.
we have
is
no
that...
actions or reactions. Can we still take bonus actions?
No, because a bonus action is a type of action.
Okay.
Shaking somebody, is that just a full action?
Yeah, to rouse them would be an action.
I'll bonus action to...
Just run over the top of us. Like, run on us.
That's not how it works.
That would be
Oh,
funny.
okay.
But, bonus action to... evade? Or whatever it was?
Dodge, yeah.
Not dodge, damn it, what is it? When I can not get an
Disengage.
opportunity. Disengage, Jesus.
Okay.
And, I'll shake my guy here,
Brooklyn, okay.
and then I'll run over here.
Okay,
Try to hold the line.
got it. Keep in mind, Grok is actually on top of Raya, and
Mhm.
Benson is actually on top of Grok.
I'll get it figured out.
All right. Master done. Brooklyn, you are up. You basically look at the eyes, and the vampire's kind of falling, and you see the eye that's still locked on top of it starting to fade away, and it's the one that kind of catches you. And as you're kind of staring at it, it's this absolutely enamoring pattern of blinks and eyes and just absolute confusing madness. And when it falls away, the eye disappears, and you get this kind of jostle shove from your friend as he passed by. You're free to act.
I will get up and.
Well, you don't have to get up. You're just standing there. Sorry.
Well, okay. I'll go over here and fight this guy then.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That'll work.
No divine smite.
Okay.
Do a higher level one this time. So it'll be 18, 21.
You kind of bring the blade straight across from left to right, and you watch as it dashes through it with a blinding flash. The two body parts kind of falling, seared from the radiance.
And then I'll
Right, you
move
want to
over
give
here.
me a reaction with that attack?
Oh yeah, I forgot I can do that. Yep. Go ahead. I'll give
Pass
you
that
the-
over. I'm gonna wail on this guy to try to help
Okay.
in the numbers. Oh boy, oh jeez.
So
I'm gonna spend my inspiration. I'm not putting a point on this damn
that'll work. And
14 plus 2 for hatred.
yep, 1 second. So it's a total of 16 damage, right?
Yes.
So 8 or 5 plus 16 is 21. Okay. Not rolled out in the open, but yeah, no big deal. I don't think it was going to happen. Anyways, you kind of bring the weapon back, and you see the sword kind of strike. Broken kind of points his weapon towards you. You bring up Defender straight into the face of the zombie, and pull the blade out quickly. Drops, and you can see the meat wheel disappearing.
Okay. Then I'll go over here then. It's like my second attack on the other white.
Okay.
I'm going to use my inspiration to get a 28.
Okay, that'll work.
And Divine Smite for an extra 15.
Okay. Kind of rush forward, still holding the blade off to the right side. You bring it from right to left, back up over the shield. You kind of draw it back into a defensive posture. You watch it similarly just falls to the side, split in two.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Grok, you are incapped, right?
Yeah, I'm charmed.
The one north of me is dead, yeah?
Yes, sorry.
You're good.
Okay. The zombie here reaches out to Brooklyn. You can make either an athletics or an acrobatics check, your choice.
Do athletics.
It surprisingly manages to get a hold of you and drags you closer towards the gate. As it does so, Benson, you don't see anything because you're still incapped, if I remember correctly. But you hear kind of like a loud clangor above you, Brooklyn, and the chandelier drops down towards your head. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Is this one I can add Shield Master to? Or...
Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay, cool.
Had to happen. Nobody puts chandeliers in the.
Yep. So it strikes with full force. You take
Masters +5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not enough. 15 was the target number. You take 44 points of bludgeoning damage as it just smashes down on top of you and breaks apart. It's enough force to knock you on your ass, though, so you are knocked prone. So you're grappled and prone. The other creature kind of moves in towards you and will attack. No. And the other one will move in and attack. Also no. Because you kind of like are covered with chandelier, you've got your shield up and you're like, ah, and you hear bang, bang, bang. Nothing's happening. All right, Chody. Still incapacitated.
And on the
I'm
start of
not
their
doing
turn,
that.
they all take radiant damage.
Oh, okay. That will kill this
Two.
one. Actually. And this one is relatively close. Okay. All right. Incapacitated, Brian, incapacitated, Master.
I'm counting on you surviving over there. Well, shit. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just shake Raya and I'll get up there to help Brooklyn after the fact.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, hey, pass it on.
Yep. He's brought to consciousness. You move over.
That's my turn, I think.
Brooklyn.
Okay. Let's see here. Can I still attack when I'm grappled or no?
You can. No problems. There's no penalties or anything. You are prone, though. So since your speed is 0, you cannot get up from prone because you're grappled. So you can attack, but you'll have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I'll just... I'll take a swing at the one holding me at least.
Okay.
It's a miss.
All right. Do you want to make a second attack?
Yeah, that's another miss.
For some reason, I didn't get those rolls.
Oh,
It's
see,
two
Manoli.
12s.
Okay. I guess I'm just lagging.
No, I did think it's mine.
That's probably true, too. Okay. Brooklyn Dunn, Brock, you are still incapacitated.
Yep.
Actually, those both hit. Sorry.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be
The first one will
9.
kill the one that's grappling you.
And then the second one would be the second damage. If
Yeah.
I could get...
So you stand up and attack the second one, and it also gets splintered. The second to last one falls. The meat wheel that you were seeing above it kind of dissipates as well. There are no longer any of the strange eye circlets. And the second they kind of fade away, Grok and Benson, you're kind of staring at them. You kind of blink and kind of feel less compelled to kind of stare into their gaze.
Oof.
All right.
That wasn't fun.
I'm gonna dust some chandelier off Brooklyn.
You would hear that there is some kind of dialogue that's been happening throughout the conflict. It's just been kind of muttering, and when you kind of finish the conflict, you kind of look out that way, and you've probably already looked in that direction and seen it, but there appears to be a grouping of people inside of a pit in the next room. There are, of course, the other 5 chandeliers if you want to check it. By the time, Benson, that you're kind of reactivated, you would see that weird fiend kind of leaving again. It appears to have been the culprit responsible for dropping the chandelier on Brooklyn. Yeah, there's the gate, of course, if you want to investigate it.
Yeah, I'd like to.
What the hell is this thing?
Running away from you.
Oh, okay.
It is
What a
the
cutie.
it is the closet that you can't see.
Oh, okay. Oh, rascal. Yeah, Benson, go ahead and look at that.
A weird cult that we just stumble in on.
Who knows?
Go look. You said I need to investigate?
What are you wanting to investigate?
I was looking at the gate corner.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the gate.
Yeah, that's this weird runic symbol here in the back corner there. Okay, so you check it out. It appears that there are kind of shards of onyx that have been kind of burrowed into the stone to kind of form this patterning, and it appears that there's kind of like a dynamic glyph kind of drawn into it, similarly kind of obsidian in color. The black gate. Yeah, 10-foot diameter circle of runes and black onyx fragments set in the floor. It exudes wisps of shadowy energy that look like curling black smoke that are just emanating off of the floor. Investigating it with Arcana, you realize that it does appear to be some sort of keyed point, so that it is either the receiving area for some sort of magic of a conjuration nature, either summoning or teleportation, or it is the source point for such. This is where things that are going to be summoned step into to be summoned off to another place, or where you would step into to be teleported to a different location.
Is there a way to lock that down?
Not that you're aware of.
Did Benson tell us about the closet?
Oh, wait, sorry. Yes, make an
Yeah.
Arcana roll.
He pointed the closet out, and that's when it fled.
Okay.
Still invisible to
23?
everybody but him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would know that this is what is known to you as a key gate. It is a type of magical portal that is basically activated either by a word or piece of artifice, some sort of keystone. It can be opened by both, but you have neither.
Okay. I would tell the group that we need to watch our back because this can either take or give. I don't know which, so we need to watch and make sure no one else comes in behind us.
While he's investigating that, what is the regular potion rolls? Because I'd like to take a couple.
We have Raider healing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase too. If you have the keystone or whatever happens to be the key word, either can be used to disrupt the gate and like distort it, so it's no longer usable.
Can I find out what the key is?
Not with what you have here.
You identify spell, tell him the keyword.
No.
Well, fuck this thing.
Alareth.
Go kill some weird harpy thing.
Okay. So if you're looking into the next room, the area looks like it might once have been a columned temple. Several of the columns have been broken away. The floor's been kind of dug out. And from what you can tell from the columns that you can see, it looks like a place where basically a lot of chains are kind of lingering from the columns, like people were strung up on the columns in this place. On some of the columns, you can see tapestries that are torn and kind of old and rotting, but you can see on them it appears that there's a number of depictions of demons and other creatures of slaughter kind of being given sacrifice by a grouping of priests. The way that the priests are kind of ornately designed on these tapestries, from what you can see, appear to be similarly dressed to the mysterious mage that you saw. The strange monk that you'd met, strange wizard monk you'd met on at that tavern. The pit, as I mentioned, appears to be kind of filled with the gory remains of past bloodshed. Standing inside of that place is also a grouping of just people, commoner types, look like random humans that might have been pulled from, all different types of walks of life, surrounding what appears to be a demon, which I believe everyone with the exception of, no, everyone in this party would know it immediately. You all have some sort of religious background. It's a Vrock.
A Vrock?
A Vrock. Yep.
When did we meet a monk in a bar?
I didn't say a wizard, a mysterious monk wizard, because remember, the monk wizard was fighting toe-to-toe with Shambles and kicked his ass. Like, that happened. The bar was a tavern. It was like a inn on the...
The Beefy Bay here?
The Beefy Bay here, yeah.
Okay, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh,
What the hell
I
is he
don't
talking about?
I don't remember him being referred to as a monk wizard at all.
He was beating
Yeah.
your ass
He
hand to
was just-
hand.
I remember he kicked my ass, but I don't
Hand to
remember
hand,
him being
yeah.
called a monk wizard.
Well, I said...
He hit me with a sword.
He was fighting like you were, yeah. I mentioned that he was fighting like you were. You were like, it threw you
I don't
off,
remember.
and then you got knocked.
Alright.
It's okay. He won't
Round two.
recognize you. You were a fucking scarecrow at the time.
I was a robot.
A robot at the time. Then you became a scarecrow. Right. He killed you into a scarecrow. I remember now.
And so if you guys were I'm a bunch
You
of
are
fire.
breaking up hard.
That was some serious robot action. Speaking of robots.
Ollie broke your headset.
What did you say, Jeremy?
If we were gonna have well-timed fireballs, this is probably the time for it.
The people in question look like they're regular ass humans,
those
like
are-
merchant folk.
They look like they're cultists and a
No,
thing
that-
called the
They are
Doom
kind
Vault.
of
Sorry.
demon.
The tokens in question do look like they're the same girl with the same kind of hooded cloak, but that's just the generic commoner token. They look.
No, I'm
Okay.
on your side for that.
Fair,
but they're
fair.
still encircling a demon.
Granted, and it looks
in a
like
thing called the Doom Vault.
it looks like they're talking. Yeah, it looks like they're just regular people from all walks of life.
Are there meat circles around their heads?
Do you enter in for far enough with a Benson to figure that out, or
No, but I would
Then
whisper
no.
it to
Can't-
Benson.
Benson can't
I
see it
can't see from here.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
because it's only 60 foot.
Also, how did they not?
Move forward
They
5
know we're
feet,
here.
Vincent.
They don't
I
seem.
moved forward.
They don't seem to notice you. They don't seem to care.
Oh, good on them. We're here. Let's set that on fire.
Yeah. As you kind of are entering into, you see a nobleman kind of at the top of the pit say a word in a strange language, very guttural, very kind of deep. And the second he does, the kind of bantering between the demon creature and the commoners changes to a suddenly more violent one as the Brock starts smashing its claws down into the commoners, and the commoners have knives out and are attempting to fight it back.
Was it deep speech?
It was not.
Okay.
In the very first couple of seconds of the conflict, the Brock tears through with claw and beak these top three. The second the slaughter begins, the creature at the top, the nobleman type, kind of crosses his arms and kind of is kind of laughing and happy with the with what's happening.
Kill that guy.
The elf. Did we have any information on him? Did we have a name at all?
No.
I didn't think we did.
Just shitbag.
What's he up to? Just watching this happen?
Yeah, he's just watching it happen as you're kind of
That's him
continuing.
adjacent to it, right?
It's this guy over here.
He's
Oh.
talking about the other one.
Who's this different guy? I thought that was the elf.
Oh no, there is no elf here. Sorry,
What?
the elf is not here. The guy you're
He's
looking
got
for is not
20
here.
years.
I mean, that might be an elf, sure, but no. I'm saying, like, the elf mage, the one that you're looking for, is not here.
Okay.
That's not here.
Oh,
There are
oh, are
tapestries.
we going to work?
There are tapestries that show cultists on the tapestries, on the columns, that have people who are dressed like he is. But yeah, if you're taking a couple of seconds, it does sound like Raya's asking a question. The Brock very quickly and handedly smashes down several more of the individuals. It looks like they are getting in blows on the Brock, but it doesn't look like it's terribly worried. It is bleeding a little bit, but it's basically murdering 3 of these people with each turn that goes by.
Yeah, we're letting him do work. It's cool. They're helping.
I'm
Those are
going to
innocent
one-to-one to
people.
the elf.
Yeah, I don't like innocent people dying for nothing.
This guy.
What you will notice,
Oh no.
Benson, is that there
Lightning
doesn't
bolt.
appear to be any crowns present on any of the people present here. It does look like they are fighting for their lives, though, against this demon.
Yeah.
The lightning
They're
bolt,
fighting
right?
for his lives. Then.
I cast lightning bolt against the shithead at the top of the pole.
Are you in range?
Yeah.
It's 100
Oh yeah.
something feet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I
You-
want to charge the demon in case those
Yeah,
aren't
same.
innocent people.
Pull out the wand. You cast lightning bolt. Yeah, it hits him. Go ahead and roll 8d6. Yeah, he will. He doesn't evade it, but he will take half damage.
Okay.
So 3. Okay, great.
86.
I know. I wanted the thing to pop up where it gives me a number to roll, and it didn't. Fuck it.
So you
19
got.
total.
We need one more.
Yeah, that's 7. Come on, bud.
No, I clicked the fucking 2.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
Cheese and
There's a
rice.
6 in there.
15. 25.
25.
25.
So. Okay. Yeah, the lightning bolt comes striking past him. He kind of quickly shifts to the side, very similarly to the woman who was talking to you in the other room. Kind of flails his cloak off to the side and raises his hand. Wait. If we're going to
I'm
continue
charging the
this
demon.
process, go ahead and roll initiative.
Again.
Yeah, Benson. Another thing you're noticing, besides the lack of kind of runic markings, is there's a very faint pink, like, field around the pit.
Negative magic field.
Pink colored magic is usually illusion magic.
Oh, cool.
Look, Rooklyn. Feast and famine.
This is my second one today.
This is the first one so far for me.
I could have done a lot better myself.
So instead, he wins the race. It looks like.
Yeah.
All right, Grok, you're up.
So lightning bolt was fired at what?
The vampire.
So I want to throw a fireball at the vampire.
Okay.
So
That's so weird. Whenever I roll initiative, it seems to throw them out of Whisper. Interesting. Dex saving throw versus Fireball. Where are you hitting? Just on him, directly on him?
yeah, just directly on him.
Okay.
Center.
Oh, you got raided.
So, what?
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is getting raided.
Oh, okay, cool. How much damage is it? 29.
29.
So half is a number, which is
15?
14.
Do you
Round
round it
down.
down? Okay.
Yep. Okay. You'll note that when the fireball strikes out, there's this weird moment where it hits, kind of passes through the field. It wasn't as noticeable with the lightning bolt, but it's certainly noticeable with the mote of fire that passes through. It's almost like looking at the vampire, you're looking at a position that's not accurate. Like there's a refraction between the arena, the pit, rather, and the vampire on the other side of it. So the fireball strikes, but it seems to very easily be able to dodge the fireball's repercussions.
So are you saying that the refraction is within the pit, not
It's almost
centered
as
on the
if-
vampire?
It's almost as if the pit were larger, but it looks smaller because of this refraction field. So
Okay,
when you
so
shot
it's
the
above the
fireball
pit.
and thought you were able to strike the people inside of it, it wasn't capable of doing so. It just hurts the vampire. It doesn't hit anybody else.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It goes to it. It annoyingly kind of like looks back over to you and says, "It's almost over. Just wait." Just wait your turn. Sorry, is what he says. The creature then smashes into the other commoner types as their daggers kind of break against his scales and just annoyedly grabs one's head, lifts it up, and you can hear like a popping of neck from the sinew of the neck from the rest of the body. It just throws the commoner to the side angrily. The last person in this grouping, though, kind of throws her hood back, ducks underneath the attacks, and brings her dagger to bear, and actually seems to wound it quite grievously. She, kind of a palish-looking elf with like white hair, and she appears to be kind of wearing garb similar to like what normal Mardigan travelers would wear. Mardigan like scouts or Mardigan assassins. Vampires turn done, all theirs turns done. Master Bester.
Well, someone needs some help. I'm going to fly directly in there over top of the demon.
Oh, okay.
Does anything happen
When
after
you
I
pass
enter
the
the field?
pink field, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh gee. 11.
Okay, so you directionally just fly in, and you kind of feel like you're moving at a specific pace, and then you end up kind of don't know how it happened, fly right back in the other direction and kind of stop as you realize that the ground that you were about to move to, where the Brock was, is actually the stairs now beneath you.
Thinking,
Bonus action dash. I'm going back.
Okay, I will allow
Hell
it.
was all this.
I will allow it, but I will let you know it's one saving throw for the turn, so you're literally just gonna do the same.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Fuck you, John.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
throwing darts in there.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, what's the range on a dart?
no.
Not a lot.
It's 2060.
These
You'll
are
be-
at disadvantage then, I assume?
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Okay.
16?
And you're throwing at the demon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that 16 will hit. The first one, when you throw it in, the dart actually goes through, and you see it kind of grow bigger once it passes the field around it, almost as if there's like a magnification on it. It then flies past, and you kind of throw it with such ferocity that it passes over the Brock and hits the stone wall behind it, and you hear it kind of shatter. That one's gone.
I've not been collecting these afterwards.
No worries. The second one hits true, and deals some damage. The second that happens, that the combatants inside are damaged, you see the guy at the top kind of go, lowers his hands, kind of like raises his hands and drops them suddenly, and everything in the center kind of becomes less distorted, less magnified, and you kind of see it for what it is now. The Vrock also kind of like stops for a second, turns its attention towards you, and then you see the vampire kind of raise its hand up in some kind of gesture. Benson, only one that sees it, above the Vrock's head as it's kind of confused looking around, you see the crown appear above its head and lock into place. The same happens to the woman as well. All right, Master Vester done.
I saved her.
Raya, you're up. Well, you don't know. She was actually faring pretty well against it.
I saved her. Feel pretty good about it.
Well, now you have to kill her. She's gonna fight you, Dork.
Probably not.
Master
Figure
Raya,
something out.
you know Jeremy's gonna kill her.
Pink magic's down.
Mardigan.
It appears something changed around the arena, and Benson would say the ward's down. I assume something like that, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
in the head.
Yeah, and then also mention that they're crowned.
Same target.
Okay.
53 gets us. Grass grows
Oh no,
60-foot radius centered on the target.
incorrect. 53 is you enlarge the target as if you had cast
Uh-oh.
enlarge. If
Again?
the target can't be affected
Yeah.
by the spell. Yeah. Okay. Great. So massive version.
Big vampire. Here we go.
But you cast it
Don't
on the
forget
vampire.
you can
You
drop
cast it on
that.
the vampire.
Yeah, it's on the vampire.
Do you want to drop it as a free action? Actually,
Not yet. I'll wait.
Okay, big vampire.
I'll bonus action hide.
Need to make the beam again.
I do want to make it like so you go ha, and like a mushroom comes flying at him, and he goes, and as he's growing big, you see him look at his hand, he's like, ah, and then he goes, this is
Yeah,
weird.
it'd be jarring at first. I like to think Ryan does the full Harry Potter
Patronum.
flourish.
Yeah. All right, Master Benson.
I'm gonna just start out with a firebolt on the harpy.
Okay. It is of rock, but yes,
Whatever it is, 30.
that'll hit.
You like
It seems to be resistant to not that. Wait, hold on. To that, it is a resistant to that.
Neat.
It is a demon. Okay. Master Brooklyn.
Let's see here. 30 foot is there, so I'll move there.
Okay. It's a
And
10-foot drop.
10-foot drop. Okay. I'll bonus action Shield of Faith myself, and then I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Going to
You can
use.
give somebody else a dodge now too.
I'll give Kissinger the option to dodge as well.
Sword of the Council. Okay, great. Brooklyn done.
Yeah, all right.
Rock, you are the one that's up.
I'm gonna firebolt that vampire.
Okay.
At least I'm gonna try.
Stop,
Ooh.
Grog. Fire makes it bigger.
23
I give you a bigger target.
damage. I got 29 to hit, 23 fire damage.
Yeah, that works.
Holy moly.
Go like right here.
Someone's a better wizard than me.
No,
Everyone's a better wizard
never.
I broke the field of magic.
You said 23?
23 fire damage.
Okay. So the second that the next turn starts, you will have noted that it has taken some damage, but through the distortion, you weren't able to tell much, and it is a good distance away. Now that it's massive, you're kind of seeing the battle damage, which wasn't present when you struck at it with the firebolt. It gets hit by the firebolt, you watch it kind of blast a hole in its shoulder, kind of looks down annoyed, kind of looks over towards your group as, you know, the fight is now ensued. You watch as the wound heals completely, and it kind of just...
Damn it.
couldn't let me enjoy my fun. Rushes forward towards Rooklyn in supermassive mode, kind of just like flying straight out at him. It'd actually be...
I drop it.
Because of the scale, he's all fucked up because he can't fly
So
right.
I was actually gonna ask,
Fall
does
on
that
his face.
affect
And he
his
lands where he
movement?
was.
Does that affect his movement if he
No.
like slip?
He can still get 30. He was 25
piss
feet
me
away.
off.
He can get to Rooklyn.
I guess what I was asking was, does that like make him clumsy in any way because his mass is shifting quickly from? Okay.
No. He's a shape changer, so he's not terribly affected by it. In fact, he didn't have to be affected by it. I could have just said no because of his shape changer status, but it was funnier having him be big, and you watch the battle damage just heal like in more kind of like, oh fuck, in a more
In IMAX.
yeah, in IMAX. Once he gets there, he's just going to go full just itinerary. I am going to eat me a lad. 27.
Yeah, right.
He's
Yeah.
dodging, yeah?
Yeah, 27. That's my lower two.
Oh, okay.
27 would be my armor class with Shield
Okay.
of Faith.
Yeah, so he kind of brings his fist in, and as he's kind of coming in, you kind of raise your shield up, and then his left hand kind of comes up with a blur of shadow and grabs at your neck. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage at the force of the grab, and you are grappled. The second he has you, he quickly pulls you over the ledge, spins you around, and moves his fangs straight towards your neck. We are literally just going for the throat this time.
I thought he was going to throw him down the ledge.
And a 29 to hit on the bite attack. You will take 7 piercing and 15 necrotic. And your maximum hit points are reduced by 15.
I don't like that one bit.
All right.
You weren't even using them.
Master Bastard.
Is Rooklyn grappled currently?
Yes. And being held
And
out over the pit.
was there anything else going on inside the pit?
The two
I
are
think they
basically...
moved on his turn last.
Yeah, they're under his control. It doesn't seem like they're moving at all yet.
Did I make both those con saves to keep Shield of Faith up? Can't think.
Yeah, you're good. The second attack would have been the harder of the two to do, and you did it with a 14.
Gotcha.
It would have been a 13 to pass, so you're just good.
Yeah, I'll jump in behind him and
If my math's right. It's probably not. I suck at math.
swing on this jerk.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That'll work.
Let's try for a stunning strike. Constitution 17.
Success.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay. Yeah.
And flurry of blows, knock him down.
And that's a
Grand total
Dex-
of
dex
17.
save, right?
Well, he auto fails. Oh, did he save on the stun?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, dex save.
Okay. So basically, he kind of has Brooklyn is kind of holding his neck and like his body off to the side as he's kind of biting into his neck, and You come up behind him, smash him in the back of the head with the defender sword, smash him again across the back with the defender sword, thinking that it's going to stun him, and then you kind of bring your feet in to kind of sweep him off his feet. You kick him. Both him and Rooklyn kind of shift to the side, and that same thing that happened with the last vampire happens again. He kind of distorts and forces himself back onto his feet with his own sheer force of will, stopping the sweep of his feet. That said, in between your turn and Raya's turn, he's going to continue the bite.
He is undead for sure.
Yeah, 2 extra damage. I will let you, since you remembered before I continued, it'll be a total of 6 extra.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he taking a
Getting his-
D6 radiant on the start of his turns?
Ooh.
It would be the start of his turns. He was not within Rooklyn's range until now.
Okay.
But
that was
30 feet?
36 total.
Oh, the
damage.
start. You're right.
yeah. But is it within 30 feet to start? Is that what it
Yeah.
was? Oh, okay. Then he would have taken 6 damage. Go ahead and roll, or D6 damage. Go ahead and roll it real quick.
5.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's troubling. Let's see.
There.
Not too
Because
bad.
it's
there.
radiant.
Yeah, radiant stops his regeneration. So we have
It's
to kill,
red.
we have to kill this paladin really, really fast. It does not stop the healing I get from sucking his blood out, which would be. And then he is going to, like I said, bite again. And I already rolled it, and he did get it. So it's going to be a total of 8 more piercing damage and 18 necrotic damage. Rooklyn. And he appears to be healing that, the necrotic damage.
Does that also take off my max HP?
Yes.
Okay.
And you guys that hate undead should do better.
Raya, you are up. That was a legendary action that happened between.
Still on, pull the dagger back out, and try to stick him in the face.
Okay.
Can't find it. There it is. Hiya.
Okay.
You know what? I'll spend my inspiration.
20 will hit.
DC 15 con save for the venom.
I'm immune to poison.
Okay, that doesn't matter then. Just the sneak. Hiya.
Wow, that is the worst sneak attack roll from a level that rogue.
Wow.
Okay.
Honestly, it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
To
That's
be
super
fair.
bad.
Okay. As a legendary action, he is going to. You watch. This would be Christinger and Raya. You watch as his form kind of blurs and becomes shadow-like, kind of pulling his mouth away from Rooklyn. He keeps a hold of Rooklyn, and the two of them kind of just jaunt off to the side. You can make a opportunity attack. The two of you. You do so with.
Mine will be Sentinel.
You do so with disadvantage.
$24.
That'll
So
hit.
he's back.
23.
His speed is set to 0.
Okay. Fair enough.
Good swings.
And that will add sneak. Much better. 28 total on mine.
Okay. So 12 and 20. Good low triple digits. Raya. Sorry, that was between Raya and Benson. Benson, you're up.
I'm just gonna move over one and firebolt him.
Okay.
Oh,
6.
So,
got him, Vincent. Hell yeah.
all right. Before Rooklyn's turn,
These flaccid rolls.
Right?
Price of knowledge, Benson.
I guess. Rough.
somebody roll 2d4.
You got it.
Zach. Never mind.
7.
It's
Or
very
3.
The bird-like creature kind of raises its hands, clasps its fingers in a very specific kind of patterning that's very kind of weird and arcane looking, steps to the ground like 3 times in a very specific pattern, and its wings flap once. Once this happens, you watch the bodies of the people around it that are kind of laying flat and are kind of scratched apart blister open, and it seems like something is kind of erupting out of the ground underneath it, coming through them. You see these very horrid-looking demons kind of splinter out of their bodies. They appear to look like small, like pig men with kind of like greenish skin, horrid claws, and they seem to be kind of like emitting this weird kind of fetid cloud about them. If you are familiar with dredges, 7 of them appear around the rock.
I'm not.
Are they undead?
They are not.
That's too bad.
They are gross looking.
Yeah, they are. All right. That is that, and then the elfish lady will rush over, jump up onto the platform, get behind Rooklyn, and with that dagger just start stabbing into his back. I'll try to anyways. Seems like I can't roll dice.
You miss a bunch of times. That'd be cool.
I am only attacking once, but a 28, I believe, is good.
Yeah.
I had to
Did I
roll.
get the bonus of dodging or no?
Um,
Because I was dodging before he grappled me, so I didn't know if that was still counted or not.
no, you've taken a turn since then.
No, I haven't. Have I?
No.
No, I got
okay.
grappled and it hasn't.
Yeah, then no, hold on. I have advantage. That's why it's balancing out. That's why I was taking the first one.
Gotcha.
I did the math prior. I rolled a 27 and a 21, but yeah, I did take into account that because yeah, she has advantage on this attack because an ally's adjacent. Pack tactics. So she will deal 38 points of piercing damage with the dagger. And Raya, you immediately recognize the technique. She's going right for the kidneys. It's a very Mardigan technique.
I ask her politely to cut that shit out.
And Benson would note that she's not able to respond because she's
I
currently
know.
crowned.
Oh,
Professor
boys, I'm
Courtesy.
definitely bloodied.
All right. And give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, failed it.
Yeah. The shield dissipates as you kind of... your throat still being grappled by the vampire. All right, now Rooklyn.
Okay, so can I still blow on my iron horn?
You currently have a shield and a sword in your hand. You cannot loose the shield as a free action. You can drop your sword as a free action. You cannot sheath it.
Okay,
Drawing the horn will be your item in rank.
let's see here. I feel like that would still be better, so I'll just drop the sword of the council beside me and pull up my iron horn of Valhalla and blow it.
Okay.
Nice. Use that thing.
Yeah,
Forgot you had it.
I did too for a minute there. What do I need to roll for that is the question.
I believe it's just
I think you
going
get to choose, don't you?
to be
No. It's
5d4 plus 5.
5d4 plus 5. That is 10, so 15 total.
Total of 15 berserkers appear.
That's kind of cool.
It is super cool.
And let's see. God, you guys are being really silly. Okay, so here's one of them. And copy, paste, character sheet, all players, and
How often can you use that thing?
once for 7 days.
This just seemed like an oh crap moment for Rooklyn because he's been kind of getting, almost
Did
destroyed.
you drink
so.
the potions like I told you to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be at 60 health.
What? How many? Are you?
Wait, you're in a panic and you're
You have over 60
60
health.
Are you
Yeah.
bloodied?
I'm bloody for myself, yeah.
I was
I'm
expecting
bloody
her like
is,
20.
Pretty good hit.
Oh yeah.
Right. Can you move those tokens?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They appear within 60 feet of you, so anywhere within 60 feet of you.
Okay. Let's see here. Does that encompass
I'm glad
this
we
area?
left
Yes,
our
it
actual army outside.
does.
That would have just crowded thing.
I definitely want.
How tall's that embankment there for the pit?
Like
10
he
feet.
said.
Okay.
You guys remember March of the Wooden Soldiers?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what's ski.
It's so good.
Okay, so a massive berserkers appears all about the area, called forth by the horn. I guess for the campaign setting, it would actually be an Iron Horn of Bendar, but whatever. Since Valhalla is not really a place in my setting. But that said, that's your action to do that.
Yep.
Okay. And bonus action, nothing.
Let's see here. I don't really think I have a lot that could help me right now.
Okay.
Heal?
I don't really have any bonus action healing spells.
Let's bite him back then.
Oh, is lay on hands action?
Yeah.
Hmm.
If I Misty Step would take him with me, wouldn't it?
No.
Nope.
No? Oh, well then yeah, I'll bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
To GTFO.
Where you headed?
Coda,
The
come
hell
to
did you
Grok.
get
Come
Misty
to
Step?
Can you come to Grok? Or it's too far away?
I can go to where Benson is. Get me out of the fight for a minute.
Okay. Right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, so if I see Rooklyn appear and he looks like he's beaten up, I'll just do some healing on him.
Okay.
And so he gets 22 healing.
All right. That it?
I'm just gonna scooch back into cover.
Okay.
Where do the berserkers go?
I believe they're rolled initiative 4, but hold on a second. My computer's being slow. Too many berserkers.
Take your time. That is a lot of tokens on the board.
It literally does not want me to type anything besides berserker.
That would work for us.
It's just the rest of the game. It's all it is. Oh, and then there's a berserker that you fight. Let's see.
Their initiative is not specified.
Then I will state that they will act after your initiative, but not on the first turn.
Gotcha.
Similar to a conjured creature. It's typically how I do it. Because there's the new summons, and they say that turn immediately. So conjured, they roll initiative and are supposed to act in the next initiative.
You got these boys for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. The vampire disappears. Oops.
Just like that.
Moves 30 feet in a blink of an eye, similarly to how Rooklyn did it. Moves past you.
Would he take the D6 radiant when he comes near me?
You started within 30. Or no, he started outside of 30, I think.
Yeah, so
No.
it wouldn't count, right?
It was in 30. He would have taken it. Roll D6.
Okay. 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And
I get an
Annoyed.
opportunity attack. Or no, if he Misty stepped
Teleported.
himself, he wouldn't. Yeah, sorry.
We already spent them. We haven't reset yet.
We haven't?
No, we use our reactions on a legendary when he tried to bounce with Brooklyn.
Gotcha.
I will make an attack. I'm going to be attacking Grok.
Does that provoke my sentinel?
Does it? Yeah, it should.
Yeah. Try to hit him.
Clap him.
17 hit.
Misses.
Catch.
I will give
Ramp G.
my inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
28.
28. I will definitely Divine Smite.
Okay.
Undead, yes or no?
Yeah.
I'll do it at 3rd level. So that is 11, 19, 27, 41?
Yeah, 41.
Nice job.
Okay. Very, very wounded. I'm going to still get my attack off. I will... 22 to hit Grok.
Just hits.
5 bludgeoning damage, and you're grappled by me. And then I will bite
I'll
you.
kiss you. Oh, he's going for the kiss.
Crit.
Am I oh, no, okay, never mind.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Now,
I was trying to remember what Hero's Feast did.
Oh, it just raises your maximum hit point total.
But
and
it
you
protects
get
you from
wisdom,
And
things.
fear.
Yeah, I'm not fearing you or
fear,
anything.
and you
And
get
poison?
advantage on wisdom saving throws and poison.
Yeah, there's nothing regarding grappling. But yeah, crit. So you're going to be taking a total of 18 piercing damage and 42 necrotic damage. You also reduce your maximum hit point total by 42.
Goodbye to turtle there.
I'm fine.
I regain
Okay.
42.
Goodbye.
Absolutely fine.
Okay. That's it for its turn. It'll go to Master Vester.
I should probably go chase that vampire down. I feel
I think you should.
rascal. Yeah, I'll zoom over top. Do
Okay.
a cool flip or something, I bet. And yeah, I'll wail on him while he's biting into my turtle pal here.
Okay.
19.
That'll hit.
Try a stunning strike again.
19.
Let's go ahead and do one more stunning strike.
22.
Damn him. And let's pepper in some punches.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm a son of a bitch.
Oh
Add
my
God.
two to all of
Oh.
this.
I real fast. I don't want to ruin the happy moment, but I also want to point out I didn't pick up my sword when I misty
Fine.
stepped.
We'll
know
get
later.
it back to you.
So
It's fine.
no. The point I'm taking is the attack of opportunity. I wouldn't have had my sword.
Oh.
I just remembered that when I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't pick up my sword.
What was the damage again?
41.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just retcon that.
Yeah, that's my bad. I forgot about
No
that
worries.
until I just remembered.
Because you just hit, I believe. No, 28 would have hit a lot. Let's see.
Didn't you say that if he uses Divine Spite 2, he doesn't heal his regeneration since it's...
It's not
radiant?
regeneration that's healing him. Regeneration is a trait that he gets hit points back at the start of his turn. Sucking your blood is different.
Yeah,
He's got two
he's shutting down
means of
one.
healing
not the other.
himself.
Okay, so it would have 10
Unarmed strike.
and 11, 21 more points of damage. Okay, and add 2 to all of that. Cool. So a total of 8 extra. Got it. All right, we are at the right amount of hit points. By the way, he'd still be alive even if you had your sword. And because I'm a more than fair DM, go ahead and get inspiration for being an honest boy.
I'll give it back to Andy because he used his.
Oh, thank you.
Make that guy make a dex save because I tried to shove him on the floor.
It happily does. That's a 31.
Tell him I said to go fuck himself.
Similarly,
There you go.
you kind of
I
rush
got
up,
him in both temples, dude.
rush up behind him and hit.
Double
hit,
30 on
Like-
strike.
hit, hit.
Eyes bug out like a cartoon.
He's like, oh! Well, you'll get a reaction attack because he is actually going to attack Rock again as a legendary action. I'm going to bite him some more. That's just for you, Shambles, because you can't make an opportunity attack with unarmed strike. It's not a weapon attack.
Wait, what happened?
You can make an opportunity attack with your defender sword, but yeah, you can't make opportunity attacks with unarmed strikes
Why not?
because it's not technically a weapon attack. I think something regarding it is
Okay.
on some.
That's a
miss. Yeah. Okay. So bite time. Crit again. 9 piercing damage. It's pretty low for the piercing. And only 15 necrotic damage this time. God damn, that's lame. The necrotic damage will go to your maximum hit point total as well. And I get 15 back. Okay. Master Vester went.
Yeah,
and
I'm dead.
between you and Raya, it was the legendary action. So Raya, you're up.
Get this guy off me!
Oh, yes, this boy's going up there super fast. I'll just casually stroll up here.
Okay.
Try to stick him.
Mhm.
Do. Hiya, 15?
No.
Burn inspiration?
Yep. I'll give it.
Okay. 29 hit
That'll work.
for 27 damage.
Okay. All right, then Master Benson.
I'm gonna cast haste on Vester.
Okay.
On Shambles.
What did I do again?
It gives you an extra attack, and I think it increases your AC.
By 2. Okay.
Speed is doubled.
In between Benson and Brooklyn, I will use the legendary action to... It's an interesting position. So I will
Surrender. That's
just
what you
regular
do.
attack Raya, which means Sentinel can't activate because he has Sentinel, I think. No, you can Sentinel someone who has Sentinel. You just can't both Sentinel the same.
Brooklyn cannot sentinel into me.
Oh, okay. So then I get to free hit you without.
How
any
could he
repercussion.
do that if he's
Got it.
grappling me?
I have 2 hands. I'm
So you're
holding you
grappling
like,
me with one
I'm
hand?
holding you like a ragdoll and biting you, and as I'm
Really?
doing that, I'm just like, yeah. I
So your
am.
mouth is in his
Grok
neck.
pretty big and strong.
I have a
The
24.
vampire,
strength.
while he was bigger, is still pretty big.
I was massive for a minute, yeah. But yeah, the vampire has a 24 strength, so if that makes you feel worse about it. That said,
A little bit. Yeah, it's okay. No worries. That's very good information. Thank you.
Yeah, good to know. He is holding you like a ragdoll.
Yeah, okay.
I smash into Raya, 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Now ready for the more annoying part? Are you ready for this?
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
I also grab a hold of Raya, so now I'm holding 2 people. I'm double fisting you bitches.
Oh, he's drinking from 2 hands.
Yeah, there's no limitation to
Nice.
the number of people that you can grab.
He's got the
limitation is
straw
number of
going
hands.
straight. He's got the hat with the straw and the whole thing.
But also on top of that, the controlled assassin will roll out from between the berserkers, move up behind Benson, and stab
Really good
him.
opportunity of attack on her.
No, disengage. Sorry.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Well, okay. You don't want to cast shield if I say it's a miss. So
I think you get to decide
but
afterwards.
Okay.
you will be casting shield because I am hitting, but shield will not block it. 27 is not being blocked by you ever. Sorry. It'll be a total of 38 damage, and I need a concentration check. Constitution saving throw.
Get a +2. Hopefully it helps.
It does not.
9.
Haste is stopped. The second it does stop, the speed that you were experiencing a moment ago, Shambles, locks you into kind of this weird torporish state as it kind of snaps away from you. Your next turn is you're stunned. Now
Well,
it's,
damn it.
now it's a big barrage of dretches trying to fight against these berserkers, and there's also a stunning screech. Since they are going to be around for a while, I do have to do all of this, which is really aggravating for me. So I'm gonna be a second. Bear with me while I fight
It's
myself.
your
So
fault.
we should blow the horn every chance we get.
Every
All
chance
the
you
time.
get.
Every time.
Hey,
So-
don't we have some lions?
I thought the Wand of Wonder was like a horrible
Yeah,
magic
yeah.
item to
A
pass out.
legendary action, fine. Blowing the horn.
It's got a legendary action. It's horn o'clock, bitches. Okay, so first off, a bunch of claw attacks are being made.
It's like, what's that? More than one enemy, and there's 5 of us? No, that's horn time.
Yeah.
Just one day we're gonna get 15 berserkers, 2 lions, a fire spirit, a summoned animal, and we're just gonna sit back and watch. Pick
It
them
is-
off
He's
the Zadig
farming.
cheater.
It is a bloody melee going on in there. The dretches are currently the ones activating, so Brooklyn's at the end of Brooklyn's turn, the berserkers will be fighting back, which I will deal with. eventually. But for now, it's just Dretches smashing on berserkers. And then the Brock will scream, I think.
So this is a really bad fight.
That shouldn't have rolled out in the open, but it's better that you know it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can you roll 11 d20s, Brent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So let's see. Stunned, not stunned, not stunned.
Looking
Not
for the ones under
stunned.
12.
Not stunned. No, they have a +2, so I'm looking for the ones under 10. Not
So there are
stunned.
5 that saved.
Stunned. Save. Stun, stun, stun. To force at the bottom or stunned. Okay, great. You actually, during this portion of the conflict, this would be mainly for Raya and Grok, as they kind of are starting to fight and there's this massive blood bowl going on in the arena, you actually like see the vampire kind of pull off of Grok and kind of look over to it with this sad face like, oh, like he wants to be watching that instead of dealing with this bullshit out here.
Yeah.
That looks like so much fun. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a fight we're going to have to continue next time, though. I think we might be able to pull through this next round of combat. Let's see how fast we can move. Grok, you're up.
Okay, 2
And you're
things.
still
Oh, don't
grappled.
forget me. You skipped me.
Oh,
I am
Brooklyn, sorry.
grappled.
And Berserkers. Sorry, thank you. Actually,
Go ahead.
the last thing we're going to do for this fight is Brooklyn. This is probably going to be a mess.
Can I use my... Do I have a free item interaction like every turn? Or
Yeah, like draw a
Okay.
weapon.
yeah, I'd like to draw Shatter Spike.
Okay.
It's a good thing I kept it on me. And then I will bonus action Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
And there's what it does. It's going to do radiant damage, obviously.
Mhm.
And then I will swing at the vampire guy.
Go with it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes,
Shatter
I will.
Spike is currently in poor
It's
condition.
indestructible. isn't it?
I'm gonna
Oh, that's
go
right,
ahead
that's right.
and
No
okay, it's
condition change.
indestructible. Okay.
Yeah.
It a double
Spend it
miss.
anyway.
Is it
No,
double
hit a
miss?
miss. Hit a miss.
Yeah, but if it was going to take down the stuff, I was going to give him
Yeah,
inspiration.
that
That makes
so it would
sense.
No,
hurt
but
the weapon.
is the 17 going to hit the vampire, though?
No, it doesn't. 18's the target.
I missed twice in a row. That is so maddening.
It's
The
a new sword.
The Berserkers rush up behind her. They are attacking in Berserker mode, so they are just going balls to the wall. I believe they're going to roll out in the open, so that'll be fine. The first one hits, the second one hits. That'll be a total of 10 and 13, so 23 damage to the rogue woman. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currently remaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe only one of those is going to miss. Yeah, that's correct. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and I will handle that accordingly. So that would be a total of 12 there. And we're looking at 5 and 12. Okay, so it looks like the Berserkers and the Dretches join the combat. Some of the Berserkers are kind of stunned by the loud from the Brock in the center of the conflict. 3 of the Berserkers rush towards their closest target, which is the rogue woman. They seem to not concern themselves with her well-being or safety, not understanding the situation past murder is fun. Yeah, that'll be the end of the initiative. Again, we have like a minute left, so...
Yeah, real quick. Did you have 4 hits or 3 on that second round?
1,
Sure.
2, 3, 4, 5.
There's-
5, there's one
I
more.
think-
You're right.
Did
I'm missing
you
that.
also
Thank you.
count
Damage
that
roll.
last berserker that's like right there? Because
That's
there's
this one.
6 that don't have the stun symbol.
1, 2, 3. Oh, 1 is actually inside there. Oh, okay, I
Yeah, because it was an empty spot, so I moved him there.
see. Okay. And he will deal 9. Okay.
Thanks.
I'll say he'll go for the Brock. That makes sense. Okay, so great. As that melee is joined, that fight is happening. The warriors there start fighting the rogue. The vampire currently still has Grok and Raya both held up aloft, and was drinking from Grok before. Shambles is stunned.
I just put a marker on so I remember.
During the next initiative round. Rooklyn, you have Spirit Shroud active, and it has 1 minute, which would the next round will be the first actual counter into it. And are there any other concentration effects that I need to be aware of for next session?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, the Valhalla, or sorry, the horn will. It's long enough that I know when an hour will pass in the narrative, so don't worry about that. Tracking that, we should be fine there.
Just remember the feast as well.
Feast is 24-hour duration.
24 hours.
Right. I'm
which-
just saying that for next game, remember
Yeah,
it's still going.
I think that the only way that is going to stop is if you leave the Doom Vault or if you take a long rest in the Doom Vault. But yeah, I think that's a pretty decent stopping point.
Jody, would you mind linking the
Yeah.
feast thing again?
Thanks to all the people that jumped in. I believe it was Marquee Gaming that rated me. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I was kind of in the middle of a really dumb but really fun fight. And next session we'll be picking up right where we left off in the middle of a fight. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.
Good game.
Very cool.